Marker culvert, speedo cover finish. Now, got a little general maintenance. For those of you guys that don't know, got me a newer cord. I actually got two of the same car. There's my 2017 Accord Coupe manual. There's my 2017 Accord Coupe automatic. I love, when I got my 17 Coupe, I love the car so much, I was like, you know what? I need another one. I need an automatic for daily. So we are doing some general maintenance today. But I know for sure the transmission has like a slight leak. I'm not sure where it's coming from. It might just be a loose sensor. Sometimes the transmission sensors come loose on these and they have a little bit of a leak. So I got some tools to not only investigate the leak, we're going to pull the wheel off, also we're going to do a transmission fluid change as well. And I got some cool tools from a company that sent them to me. And we're going to do a review on these tools today. It's also going to help us out with this job. So now that I got my 8-bay mechanical shop pretty much wrapped up, these tools actually came really in handy. So the guys over at VEVOR, they sent us a couple things. They got it's a impact gun with all the sockets and everything like that. They sent us a scope, like a camera scope, so you can look in areas where your eyes really couldn't reach. And also we got a retractable air hose reel that we can actually mount to one of these walls, you know, obviously for our air tools. So I'm gonna unbox all these and I'll put them to the test, get this job done today. I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Now, believe it or not, even though this is a cheaper impact gun, you know, this is only, I believe, $80 or $90 on Amazon with all the sockets. This is a air water separator, comes with your air little bib attachment and an extension. This impact gun, looked it up, it's got, I believe, 1,250 pounds of breakaway torque. That is literally almost as much as my Craftsman impact gun. That's a name brand impact gun that cost me, I believe, over $200, and it's got almost as much breakaway force. And we got our scope here. So I'm not sure if this needs to be charged, but we'll definitely find out. But nice size screen on it. So this is going to help me, guys. I'm going to get the camera in there and kind of poke it inside of the transmission and then kind of the nooks and crannies and see, try and see somewhere where it's leaking. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and unbox our air hose reel. So as you guys can see, comes with all the hardware you need. This has got the little jumper hose, and this basically jumps from the air hose reel to your compressor, so it powers it up with air, obviously. So the only tricky part about installing this, air hose reel is the mounting hardware. It's got expansion bolts, and if you're like me and you have a metal building, it doesn't quite work. As you guys can see, that is a brick wall. This is not a brick wall. So we're gonna try and make these work. As you guys know, I'm a pretty good handyman. Worst case scenario, if I get the expansion bolt in there, but I can't really get it snug and it kind of wiggles a little bit, I got my good old welder behind me, so we'll go ahead and just run a tack weld on each side of the bolt, and hopefully it'll stay in place. All right, so once you get your hole drilled, a little bit of PB blaster, learn that in machine tech school, a little bit of lube helps when you're trying to drill a hole. I've almost got this in. I think it might work if I can get the expansion bolt to expand right where that hole is. I think I might be able to get this to work. All right, we're in. Now, once you get the first section of the expanding bolt in, that little part right there, you want to go ahead and put your nut and washers back on it to keep it as one piece, because if you don't, and this falls back down in there, yeah, you're not getting that out. So back is one unit. So we're gonna go ahead and try and send this thing in there, but I'm gonna probably stop the beating once I get this expansion part to right about where this metal piece is, this metal part of the beam. And there you have it, how you install a expansion bolt on a metal building. Not sure 100% if this is going to work yet, but I'm going to try. I will say, I mean, it's pretty snug. I mean, it moves a little bit, but we're going to see if it'll work. All right, so now hypothetically, we're going to go ahead and take off our nuts and hardware. Be very careful not to drop this portion back into the metal, obviously. We're going to slide this on and then slide the bolts over top of it. And there you have it, retractable hose reel. Now we can go, this is a 50 foot, so we can go about halfway. Well, this shop is 120 foot long, so almost halfway. So we can work on the Trans Am, which I think definitely needs work, the Accord, HN Civic, EG, the other Accord, and maybe even the Genesis, all for that one airline. Whew. All right, guys, that was an install. Now that we got air, let's get to working on the Accord. Alright, so now that we got our wheel off, we're going to go ahead and get our camera, and we are going to go ahead and start inspecting. So to get your camera working, all you got to do, plug that in. Here's your camera. Go ahead, turn it on. And there we go. We have got camera footage. So let's go ahead and try this thing out. While this tool isn't going to scream and shout and tell you what the answer is, you know, when you can kind of get that camera into really tight spaces, it will give you a better idea of where approximately the leak is coming from, so you can further diagnose. There's also a million other things you can use this tool for. I am so grateful they sent it to me. I am going to play around a little bit more with this off camera and see if I can diagnose this leak a little bit better, but for right now, I am going to go ahead and do a transmission service. We got some fluid to change out. Guys, these are professional grade tools. Everything worked phenomenal. The impact gun worked phenomenal. The air hose reel works phenomenal. And even this little, you know, borescope camera, telescope thing, I mean, the image on the screen is clear. Like, it's really high quality. If you guys are seriously looking for affordable tools, guys, hit up VEVOR, okay? They got professional mechanic grade tools. you know, that you can have in your own personal shop right at your house. On top of that, they are like a third or a fourth of the price of the name brand stuff. I'm not going to name them for legality rights and stuff like that, but you guys already know the big brands, and even, you know, your local, you know, freight store tools. These are still actually about, I'd like to say, 50 to 30% cheaper than those tools. Hands down, first impression, I am floored with the quality, guys. Like I said, the impact gun, you get the impact gun, you get the sockets, everything as a kit. It's like under $100. It was like 90 bucks. I will post links below of these tools. Buy them, okay? Don't question it, just buy it. If you want professional mechanic grade tools in your own personal shop, in your own personal garage, buy these tools. That is going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Like, subscribe, new videos every week.